y'all, there's two. This is twofold. This is twofold. This is the truth. Third one I will say is that woman has some situations, unhealed situations from her past. Okay? A lot of women, because they have experienced so much trauma in their past or in past relationships, they do not know what to do with a good man. They don't know what to do with him. Or if, let's say, you've been in a relationship with somebody and let's say y'all done been through some things, right? You've experienced some things in that relationship, right? That person doesn't know how to receive you anymore. They don't even know how to receive the you've become because they're so hurt about the you were. And that's why it's hard to go backwards when you're trying to move forward, because sometimes people can only receive the you as being the past. That's the only way that they see you, right? Like they say in the Bible that Jesus went back to his hometown and he was limited in what he could do there because they only could see the carpenter's son. They couldn't see who he had become. And so there's some relationships where if someone has been hurt in that particular relationship and you're trying to do better and you're trying to move on and you're trying to progress, they still hold you to the person you were, right? They still regard you as the person that you were. And that makes it very hard to move on in those relationships because even as you're trying to improve and do different things, they still don't, they're committed to seeing you a certain way. And why are they committed to seeing you a certain way? Because they're afraid to trust. Because if they let their guard down and you hurt them again, they feel like it's too much. It's too much for them to bear. So the easiest thing for them to do is to maintain a sense of control, a sense of guard up, so that if and when, because in their mind it's if and when, you disappoint them again, they'll be ready. And that's very, very hard to be in a relationship like that because in order for that to really work, you have to be committed in your process of showing and proving that you're not going to be that same individual again. And on the other hand, conversely, that woman would have to be open to receiving the version of you you're trying to become. You'd have to show and prove. She'd have to receive. And in receiving, she has to be open. That's why I say forgiveness is a two-way street. It's not just about one person doing better. It's the other person also being able to receive that you are doing better, you know? And so in that situation, you have to really make a decision about whether or not it's easier for you to move on. I heard somebody say this and it really, really does resonate with me. You can either be patient with her process, or they can be patient with your process, or they can proceed with their peace, right? Patient with process or proceed with peace. Those are two options that you have in a relationship. And I'll be honest with you, I'm always, you know, in relationships, depending on what you are and what's going on, you have to decide what God is telling you. And a lot of times it's where your peace is, right? And so that's that. So like I said, that's a hard one. But then you also have the other situation where a woman comes into the relationship and she's been hurt before. Right? So you weren't the one who hurt her. She was just hurt. And so now she, as a defense mechanism, she pushes men away. Why? Because she's afraid of getting hurt. Now, the last relationship might have really, maybe she always, whenever she felt like she was relaxed, she would get hurt again and relax and get hurt again and relax and get hurt again. So now she's in this new relationship and she's Inspector Gadget. She's absolutely toxic. She's running, you know, checking if you at your job, checking if you doing this and that and the third, calling to see if you're doing this, that. Like you have this level of toxicity because that's toxic. You know, I've heard women normalize like, oh, I just check my man's phone. That's not a healthy behavior. I just need to check men's phone. No, you're now putting trauma on somebody that had nothing to do with why you want to check phones now. Like, I feel like if I've got to check phones in my next relationship, that's not going to be the relationship for me. I don't ever want to have to check your phone. I never want to feel like I have to check your phone. Like, I've got to trust that my man is there for me and with me. And if you want to step out, well, then baby, step out. But understand, I understand. This is my thing, family. And I'm sorry, this is soapbox. Let me get comfortable. This is my soapbox. I feel like a lot of people, they try to do extra to get people to feel their absence. well, because you left me or because you don't want to be with me or because you cheated on me, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I got to up the ante. I got to hurt you. I've got to be bitter. I've got to ruin your property or destroy your reputation or whatever the case may be. It's like, no, if you was really like that in the relationship, if you was really contributing like you should have been in the relationship, your absence, your lack of presence is enough. I don't feel like I got to do a whole to-do and put on this, farewell tour for you to recognize that I'm not there anymore. No, I'm gone. I don't have to do a song and dance. Oh, you gonna miss me. you gonna miss me. I don't have to do the, because I know that when I'm coming into a relationship, I'm coming in bringing everything that I have. I'm coming in bringing the skill sets, the assets, the things that I'm able to do. And so I'm not going to come in, do all this stuff and feel like I got to do this whole kabam because you cheated or you leave me. You'll miss me. Because I know that I'm coming into a situation giving my all. And I feel like I'm an asset. I don't have to break stuff and throw and slash tires and follow you to your job and do all. No, I just got to now limit your access to me. And that's painful enough. I don't like it when people feel like they got to do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't think as women that's a good look. I don't think as men it's a good look. If someone doesn't want to, if you don't want to be with me, if you don't want to do that, you not having me is hard. It should be hard enough. You should be showing up in relationships to where when you leave, like this is the way I look at jobs, y'all. When I go to jobs, I'm like, I'm going to be the best employee ever. I try to, when I go to employment, y'all, when I go to employment and doing these things, what I say, honestly, for me, I want to be the best employee that I could possibly be. I really do. I really desire to put my best foot forward. However, there are people that when they go to jobs, they don't do that. And so you're not missed. But I really think that a lot of times we have that mentality with relationships, like, I'm going to be the best person here. I'm going to do my absolute best so that when I leave, my absence is felt. You miss me. You miss me when I'm gone. That's just how I don't know. I just look at it that way. You don't want to be, the person on the way out doing all this stuff to get people to feel your absence. I just don't understand that. But that's besides the point. So again, I say that to say, in this instance, as we're talking about relationships, I think a lot of people, because of their past relationships, decide to push people away. And it's not because the person did anything wrong. It's not because of anything, it could have been a simple trigger. It could have been something that they, someone said something or they did something or they didn't answer at a certain time. And it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm leaving the relationship. That's because they didn't address some of those triggers. And sometimes those triggers you don't know you have until you're in a relationship. And so now you push somebody away who's a good man, who didn't cause the trigger that you're leaving him for. And you're not giving him the appropriate chance to rectify the situation because you are so jaded from your past. That's just what I think. That's just the truth, guys. I saw a lot of things like, oh, we're just not happy. We just got tired. We're not in love. Oh my God. That's not true. It's not true. Some women, the fourth thing is some women, they hold on to stuff and they feel like they're done with you, but they're not. They feel like they're so done with you, but a lot of times with women, they're not done with you. They're just mad. They're just really mad. They're really, really hurt. It takes them a couple months, But let them see you with another woman. Let them see you try to move on with somebody else. I guarantee you gonna get a text message. I guarantee you gonna get something like, oh, so you really gonna try to move on? Are you serious? Blah, 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 blah. You're gonna get all of that. Why? Because they're not really over you. They were just mad. They're just mad. So in women, we have a 6-month cool down period. 6-month cool down period. We have a 6 months separated and I'm still angry. You might want to leave the relationship. Because if a woman's still mad after 6 months, the damage is done. You need to move along because it's just too much, you know? If a woman can't get over, you know, whatever. But 6 months and she's still, you know, she's not angry anymore. She cools down a little bit and she sees you dating. Oh no, women can't handle that. Women can't handle that. Let you date somebody that she think look better than her. Oh, it's over with. Let you start dating. Let you start dating somebody that she think that is a better quality option. Let's say she's okay, look wise, whatever. But let's say she's all around full package. Like she's a pretty woman who's smart, who got all this stuff. Like, cause if a woman's just pretty, but then she don't have a good reputation and just looks like she's an IG model, that's what the woman's gonna use. Oh, so you just dating IG models now? Yeah, they'll get to that, right? I'm just saying that's how women are. It's just they're gonna find the flaw, okay? Especially when they're hating. But if you start dating a woman that all around like she got a professional career, she got a degree, she bad, and she seemed like she got some class to her. Oh, she's mad. Oh, so you're just gonna move on that quickly? Really? What did I mean to you? So our whole everything that we've ever done, you just oh, it makes them sick. That guys be doing it wrong. Listen, if you talk to me, I can make your ex mad. I know how to do it. You just get with a girl, is she bad? I'm not saying, and again, I don't recommend anybody trying to upset their exes to get them back. That is not what because then you're using a woman, and then so one woman at the expense of another woman, that's not good. You're reaping what you sow in his life. But I'm just saying, as soon as you move on to somebody that's a quality catch, that she don't have nothing bad to say, she gonna try to find a flaw.